Hi ladies, welcome back to my channel. I'm trying something different with my braids since they're getting a little bit older, so I didn't feel like redoing them, so I decided to do an updo, and I feel like updos are super classy, and this video is how to be a classy baddie. I'm making it because I feel like whenever I see videos or people giving advice on how to be classy, it's always some uber feminine, prim and proper, really pretty, really cute lady giving this advice, and it's all correct, it's all right, I agree. But I feel like it's become something where people think being classy is synonymous with being like that specific girl, when you can be any kind of girl and still be classy. You could be grungy, you could be a rebel, you could be you could be androgynous, you can be more on the masculine side, but still carry yourself with class. And I say this because I feel like being classy is more of a state of mind than how you look. So, having said that, I am going to share with you guys 5 ways you can be a classy baddie. Okay. The first, be considerate and show compassion. Being considerate is basically being careful not to cause inconvenience or hurt to others. Obviously, we're not perfect. We're gonna drop the ball sometimes. That's all fine and dandy. But otherwise, I'm trying not to inconvenience others if I don't have to. And that's not me walking on eggshells. That's me treating other people how I want to be treated. I'm considerate of people's time. Time is more valuable than money. It's something you can't get back. Once you lose it, it's gone. So often, if someone tells me something starts at 7, I'll set in my mind that it starts at 6:30. So my CP time will get me there still by 7. If it's like a job interview or something of high importance to me, I'm usually early, period. You're also considering people's situations. There might be times where you come across people that have less than you, that you think you're better than. And not to say that you're a better person, because that may or may not be true, but it may be you're doing better than them in life. In those cases, you still treat them with the same respect as the person that you treat with more than you, or that have the things you want. You just never know what people are going through. So you want to be mindful of that. Just because people have a tough exterior or seem super strong or seem super unbothered doesn't mean that they don't feel emotions, and doesn't mean that your energy, if it's negative or positive, can't affect them. So smile, show that compassion, show consideration for whatever they could be going through. And when you move like that, off bat, people are gonna think you're classy. Number 2, and this is important. Move with the mindset of abundance. And we all know what that means. We hear it all the time, right? We hear that to think big, think of abundance, and those things will come to you, and that's 100% true. But at the same time, I see too much of women not sharing what they know. Not just women, people, but I'm talking to ladies. So women not sharing what they know. If someone asks you where you got whatever you're wearing, tell them. It's okay. You don't need to be the only one with it. Like, why are you withholding that information? Like, most of the time, it's not that deep. That's in reference to clothes. But even on game, people always want to know how you did something, how you started a business, how you started a YouTube. Why would you withhold that information? You sharing that information is not going to slow down your success and what God has in store for you, nor is it going to hurt you in any way, shape, or form. It'll only help you and them. And when you do that stuff, good things come to you. So don't do it because you want good karma. Do it because you want to help somebody, because that's our whole purpose in life. We look for and we find our purpose, and usually giving back in some way. We're offering something that is us to the world that we think is beneficial. That brings me to a Nipsey tweet, Nipsey Hussle. If y'all been watching my channel, y'all should know by now that I love Nipsey Hussle. And he says so many insightful things, and I try to bookmark a lot of the inspirational things he said over the years, and one of the things applies to this. The tweet that he posted said, I taught all my friends how to fish. Some caught more than others. Some said they'd rather be fed. Some passed me up in the process. But at the end of it all, I know I ain't hide game from my people, and I'm real for that. And he is. Why would you hide the game? When you offer up information, when you share, you're only benefiting yourself. Because at the end of the day, whether you share or not, nothing can get in the way of God's plan for you. So sharing that information, and maybe someone you shared it with passes you up in the process, that doesn't mean your process isn't going to happen. And I think that's what people think. Everyone has a competitive mind state. What's for you is for you. What's for this person is for this person. God's plan is God's plan. Number 3, show common courtesy. It's literally the simple things like pleases, thank yous, may I's. It sounds so old school, but it really holds a lot of weight, especially when you're conversing with strangers, because no one wants to feel like you're overly aggressive. It reminds me of when I went to Europe, because we as Americans, myself included, I know a little better now, so I try to do better. But the first time I went to Europe, we went to Paris, we were trying to catch the train. Obviously, everything's in French, so we're having difficulty purchasing a ticket. We see an employee, like, I know they're not called MTA, but she was basically an MTA employee. And we said, excuse me, can you show us how to do this? And she goes, hi. And she says this in English, hi. Basically what she was saying is like, say hello first. Say, excuse me, hello, how are you? I need your help. Like, don't just jump into what you need. And that was a common courtesy that it just makes so much sense when I think about it, like why we should be doing that with everyone. But it just didn't cross my mind that could come across offensive, because we don't do it that much in America. I once heard T.I. say years ago in an interview, and I never forgot it because I believe in it too. Respect is mandatory. Don't play with me. I need my respect at all times. You don't have to like me, but you must respect me. Number 4, we're already at number 4, y'all. Think before you speak. Stop being obnoxious. If you're obnoxious, stop it. You don't have to say everything that comes to your mind unless you're about to say something that makes a difference, that's impactful, that's inspiring. Otherwise, if it's rude, if it's condescending, if it's you projecting your negative feelings about something, just don't say it. Don't say it. What did Thumper's mom say? If you don't have something nice to say, don't say it at all. Be you, but watch your mouth sometimes. Not everything that you're thinking needs to be said. That's all I'm saying. And the people that tend to not do those things, that just are more mindful or more self-aware, come across as being more classy. Whether it's true or not, that's just how it'll be perceived. So just keep that in mind. Watch your mouth. Number 5, and this is important, and I feel like it can apply to more than just being classy, is being consistent. And that just means you can't be classy sometimes and not classy others. And what I mean by that is, obviously we can turn it on and off, because I can be super ratchet and I can be super classy. In fact, one of my coworkers years ago told me that I was clatchet, a classy ratchet. And I was flattered. I was like, thank you. But my mom, she's pure classy. There's nothing ratchet about her. All class, all bad and bougie, but in like a classy way. Not in like bad and bougie kind of way, you know? Don't pick and choose who you're going to be classy with. Be consistent across the board, because at the end of the day, this is something to think about. I didn't make this up. One of my favorite comedians, Little Duval, he said this. He said, who you are when no one is looking is your true self. Not just when no one's looking, when you believe no one is looking, because someone can definitely be looking, because at the end of the day, there's cameras everywhere. We don't live in an age of privacy anymore. But when you believe no one is watching you, that's who you really are. Basically, I'm just saying you can't be classy at some times and to some people, and an asshole at other times and to other people. Treat everyone equally. I understand we have bad days and we might snap at people. Always apologize. Show that courtesy. If you know you're wrong, apologize. Communicate. because there's a lot of misunderstandings now. Like, no, the communication is not at its best at this day and age, and that's unfortunate, but it is what it is. So we have to do a little extra to make sure that we're not offending people, not because we're walking on eggshells and we're trying to be a people pleaser, no, but because we don't want to hurt people when we don't mean it. Be kind, do good, be a nice girl. Like when I was in high school, one of the girls told me I was one of the nicest pretty girls she's ever met. And I was like, why are pretty girls mean? So to all my baddies, be nice, be classy, because we all are. We all got it in us. We can still be ratchet, we can still have a little chip on our shoulder, but at the end of the day, we know how to move in a way where people respect us. And that's what I'm trying to share. You don't have to try if you just do these things. It'll come across as you're classy naturally, not because you have a pretty pink Chanel bag and a nice outfit on. No, but because of how you treat people. I hope that was helpful. Baddies, I know you got this. Leave a comment if you want. Follow me on Instagram at JaneeJones_. And please subscribe. Subscribe to me if you're not already subscribed. And if you are subscribed, thank you. I appreciate you. Until next time, ladies. Peace.